PJ Weiland's a Chicago business coach and author and a newcomer to the sport of pickleball and just loves it. Yesterday was National Pickleball Day, and we thought we'd wrap up that celebration. I was up all night playing pickleball like the rest of you.
Did you stretch out?
Just got people out of my house, the big pickleball party.
Yeah.
And PJ's new book, Dinking Through Life, Lessons from the Pickleball Court, joins us now. Where do we get the book, PJ?
You can get the book on my website, dinkingthroughlife.com, or on Amazon.
What is it about pickleball? My wife's nuts for pickleball. What is it about pickleball that you get addicted so quickly?
You know, the learning curve is really fast, so you can get up to speed and be, pretty good, pretty fast. And you don't have to have any preparation. You just show up for a court, and it's open play, so people just let you join in.
Except for the pickleball gangs, the roving gangs that are going around.
They're tough. They're tough to get around.
Taking court time. Damn them.
PJ, you're a business coach. You are self-help. You help others live a better life. So you wrote this book, but you connected these life lessons to pickleball. What was it that inspired you to connect the two topics, really?
Well, we often say in coaching that, sports mirror life, how we play games or how we play life. So it was a natural. I got off the court one day, and one of my fellow players made a comment, and I said, it's just like life. And, and he said, you should write a book. And that was day 0 of my 30-day challenge.
And the 30-day challenge, explain that.
Yeah. Sure. I just decided that I had written my first book, and it took 3.5 years, and I was not going to let that happen again. There was no reason for it, and I decided that I would do a 30-day challenge and push myself to publish from concept to Amazon in 30 days.
Now, some of the lessons you can learn, and by the way, 30 days to write a book is crazy impressive.
It's crazy impressive. And by the way, you can watch on YouTube, you have your 30-day challenge. Yes. And there's a video of you every single day. The very day 0, you're fresh and happy, and you don't look tired at all. By day 30, your hair is standing on end.
And she's taking hostages.
And there were times when I panicked, and I really realized day 2 I laughed because I all of a sudden realized I don't know if I can do this. But I went out there and said this, so I better just keep going.
Now, the lessons that you learn through pickleball have to include something that pickleball players would understand. So stay out of the kitchen unless you're serious.
Yes, there's a kitchen.
And don't come into the kitchen unless you know the rules. That can apply to Thanksgiving Day.
Wait, can you explain that to all of us, please?
PJ can.
Absolutely. The kitchen is a spot right next to the net, and it's on both sides of the net. Players have kitchen, and there's very specific rules about when you're allowed in the kitchen and when you're not allowed in the kitchen. So you have to know the rules. Otherwise, newbies almost always get in trouble for being in the kitchen at the right time or not going in the kitchen when they should. So it's just like life. We've got to know the rules, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
What do we do about the tennis players who hate the pickleballers?
Oh, goodness. That is interesting. I am a former tennis player, so I get it. They haven't tried it. They haven't tried it, and they haven't given it a fair chance because I think they will come over to the dark side.
Yeah, and if you've seen some of the Pro Tour stuff that's infiltrating television all over the place now, there's some pretty amazing rallies going on. I played tennis, in my 20s and 30s. I now watch others play tennis. But the scoring system for tennis was always ridiculous. Love 30. Not only do I not love that guy, I'd like to serve this into his mouth.
Well, they want you to think happy thoughts when you're serving it into his mouth.
But pickleball scoring is insane. Or is it easy?
Yeah. It's probably one of the hardest things. I tell people who start, don't worry about scoring. Just worry about staying out of the kitchen and playing. That's harder than scoring. It takes a long time.
It really, there's a learning. I think the learning curve to understanding scoring is more than learning how to play the game.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you.
So we're learning, if we're reading the book, we're learning about rules, life lesson rules. We're learning about, what was the last thing you said? Scoring. Scoring. And if you just want to, learn how to play the game, don't worry about scoring. But what other lessons, when I read your book, maybe I'm not going to hit the pickleball court because my eye-hand coordination is not so good. But I like it. We talk about it. What can I learn?
There's a lot of things that you can learn from this standpoint. There's a lot of, when you're a spectator for pickleball, you don't get involved in the calling of the ball. That's, not cool. When you're on the sideline and someone doesn't know whether it's in or out, you don't get involved. And that's important. Because
Etiquette.
in life,
it's a life lesson of etiquette.
Etiquette. Where you walk on the court, even if you're not playing, do you walk behind people? How do you let the play out before you cross the court? All the etiquette stuff is also important, whether you're playing the game or not.
The obvious question here is all your pickleball buddies, your own pickleball gang, do they like the book?
They love the book. I have a few cameos of some of my editors and some of the people who've helped me are cameos in the book. My illustrator, I'm in the book, actually, as well.
Well, I would hope.
You wrote the book, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a cameo of me is in the book. So the character on page 69, it happens to be me.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and tennis players get rated. It's like a handicap in golf. You get the number assigned so you can have competition. Do they have that in pickleball?
They do. It's similar to tennis. You have like a 3-0, 3-5, 4-0, up to 5.
And what are you right now?
I am a solid. I've won a silver medal in a tournament at 4-0, but I had a great partner, so I'm more of a 3-7-5.
Nice.
I'm rounding you up. I'm grading on the curve. I'm making you a 4.
She's a 4.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but yes, I have my moments.
I'll give you a 4 because of the accountability factor. You said, I'm going to write a book. You said it. You meant it. You did it. You're accountable for it. And that's a great lesson right there.
Oh, thank you. I ended up with 2 books in the 30 days, which was just crazy.
Yeah, and because of the success of this one, you're going to have to write more. All right, last thing about pickleball that I think is great is this has opened up a whole new gift-giving category. If you love somebody that's into pickleball and maybe you've run out of great ideas to get them something, there's a whole new world of stuff you can get them, from the equipment to the gear and other things. What's the coolest pickleball gift you want that nobody bought for you yet?
My book. What do you mean?
Look at you little plugger.
Ding, 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 ding.
Nicely done.
I thought that was a given, Steve.
I set that up.
I think this goes along with
serve.
the gear.
That was the return of the serve right there.
That's why she's a 4.
Point, PJ. Again, it's called Dinking Through Life, Lessons from the Pickleball Court. Remind me, where do I get it?
DinkingThroughLife.com.
And Dinking, D-I-N-K-I-N-G, through life.com. And get 2 copies. You're careless. You'll lose one.
Excellent.
Thank you for being on. We appreciate it.
Thanks, PJ.
Thank you.
Do you know about the pickleball scoring?
No, I don't know anything about it. But I would like to read this book because I feel like I like the life lessons.
Yeah, before you serve, it's like 10, 30, 50, pi, 11. It's like